Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. In this episode, let's talk about another possible Christmas present, and this time it's gonna be power meter pedals from Garmin Rally RS series. I mean, Christmas is coming soon, so why not already think about some very nice Christmas presents for yourself or your cycling friends. But before we start, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe and hit that little like button, because it's gonna help in growing the channel. And of course, if you are already a subscriber, then definitely thank you. So, as I was saying, Garmin Rally RS series of power meter pedals. Let's first answer the question, who is this product for? Generally speaking, about power meter pedals. So you see, let's imagine that you are already using heart rate monitor for your training. So you have set up your heart rate zones, you are tracking everything and training by heart rate zones. This is very good. It's absolutely better than training without the heart rate monitor. But still, if you want to further develop your training and really, push yourself to the maximum of your capabilities, then definitely you need a power meter. So there are two options for a power meter, generally speaking. You can have a power meter based crankset. Maybe you have heard, of the brands like SRM. Now Shimano has their crank-based power meters, 4i. So there are a lot of companies out there on the crank-based power meters. Or you can have a pedal-based power meters, for example, Garmin with their Rally series. For example, again, SRM for their mountain bike series, as far as I know now. And also, for example, Favero Asioma with their pedals for road cycling. So when it comes to these power meters, I mean, the main thing why you want to have a power meter is because this is the only exact measurement of your power output from your body. And as you know, in cycling, everything is about the power to weight ratio. And if you want to, properly train and track your power zones, your functional threshold power, you definitely need a power meter. That's why this is a serious, I would call it a training tool, this power-based pedals. And the main advantage of these power meter-based pedals is that you can easily transfer these pedals from one bike to another bike. Even if it's your road bike, mountain bike, gravel bike, it's so easy to transfer it, because like any other pedal that you have, you can just unscrew both of them and fit it to another bike. That's a big advantage of these pedal-based power meters. So as I was saying, Garmin Rally RS series. So first of all, let's look at the possible options and the pricing of this power meter. Generally speaking, you have three options here with this Garmin Rally power meter. The first option is classical Shimano SPD SL. This is for the road cycling. All the options are basically depending on the cleats that you are using. So we have a Shimano SPD SL with the retail price of $650. Then you have a Look Kio, $650. Or if you want to go off-roading, cross-country mountain biking, there is a Shimano SPD version, XC100 in this case, which is $700. So the price ranges from $650 to $700. Also, if you are in the UK, it's the same thing. You have generally to start from three options: road bike Shimano SPD SL, Look Kio, and Shimano SPD XC. And everything starts from 580 British pounds and goes up to 620 British pounds. I have to here mention, to kind of correct myself, that also you have two other options when it comes to, do you want a single-sided power meter or double-sided power meter. All these prices that I'm saying are basically for the single-sided power meter, because I think it's more than enough for majority of people to have a single-sided power meter. I mean, if you order these pedals and it's a single-sided power meter, of course you're going to get two pedals, but only one of them is going to have the electronics and sensors necessary to measure your power. But just to give you an example, let's say the single-sided power meter for the Shimano SPD SL is $650. On the other hand, if you go double-sided, you will pay $1,100 So you see, it's almost double the price. That's why I think it's simply more than enough to go with a single-sided power meter in this case. So now we can a little bit dive into some of the specifications and see some of the key components of this pedal-based power meter from Garmin. First of all, let's talk about the battery life in this power meter. So battery life is up to 120 hours of riding, which is very nice in my opinion. And also the battery type you're going to be using is the LR44 or SR44, 4 of these small batteries, or 2 batteries which are CR13N batteries. Also keep in mind that for this pedal-based power meter, Garmin is claiming that the maximum rider weight is going to be 105 kilograms. And also the most important thing here is the accuracy of the power meter. Of course, every time before a ride you should calibrate your power meter. It's usually done through an app, like a Garmin Connect app or any other apps that you are using for your power meter. And this accuracy Garmin is claiming is plus minus 1%, which is very, very good. As far as I remember, SRM power meters are also claiming the same. So this is on the top levels of the top power meters. Of course, this power meter is communicating via Bluetooth or ANT+. So of course you can connect these power meter pedals with your bike computer. It can be of course a Garmin bike computer or any other brand that you are using. So you can easily display your power there, maybe even your left and right balance if you are, using a double-sided power meter, and all other, power zones, functional threshold power, and all other things that come with this power meter software. Of course, when it comes to the weight of these pedals, it's not going to be super light. Keep in mind that I'm looking now at Garmin's Rally RS 100, which is basically Shimano SPD SL pedals for a road bike, and the weight is 328 grams. Of course, they are water resistant to the level of IPX7, and as I said, this is for the cleat type of SPD SL, standard Shimano cleat type. Also keep in mind that when you are using these power meter pedals for a Shimano SPD SL standard, the stack height is going to be 12.2 millimeters. Just to give you another example, if you are looking at the XC version, so cross-country mountain bike version, you can easily use them for your off-road riding. So-called Garmin Rally XC100 with a retail price of $700 US. In this case, just keep in mind, for example, that the total weight of the pedals is 455 grams, so substantially more than the road version. I mean, the accuracy is still plus minus 1%, and the battery life is still 120 hours. But also keep in mind that the stack height now goes to 13.5 millimeters. And of course the communication is again ANT+ or a Bluetooth wireless communication with your other devices. And the same thing here to mention is that you don't need to buy this Garmin Rally XC pedals to use them off-road. You can use your road version off-road, but of course these XC pedals are more robust. But one thing to keep in mind is that if you are really riding a lot of rocky terrain and you are afraid that your pedals might hit some rocks, then maybe this pedal-based power meter is not the best option for off-road riding. Maybe then you should think about having a power meter on your crankset, just because it's going to be much more safer than hitting the rocks with these pedals. Of course, if you have a big crash and hit some rocks, there's a big possibility that you can destroy these pedals. But generally speaking, you don't need to buy these $700 pedals to ride them off-road. You can easily use your road pedals to go off-road if you want. Definitely then it depends on the cleats you are using and the shoes you are using for riding. So, in a summary, do I have any special complaints about these pedals? I mean, absolutely not. It's a brilliant upgrade from Garmin Rally RS series power meter pedals. The only thing is that I'm noticing now Garmin has a lot of discounts during the Christmas time, but unfortunately these pedals are not on a discount, so the minimum price you will pay is $650 US or 580 British pounds. So definitely it's not, a cheap thing to buy, but this is definitely a very specific tool for training, and if you want to upgrade your training, it's a must-have power meter, and this is a very nice option because, as I said, it's a pedal-based power meter, so you can easily transfer these pedals from your road bike to gravel bike to mountain bike, whatever bike you want. So that's a very, very nice addition. So I think this is gonna be it for today. I hope you like what I'm doing, and if you do, please do subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you're always notified when I make a new video. And as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Pura Vida.